There are no big problems. There's just a bunch of little bitty problems. This is a quote from Henry Ford, one of the most amazing industrialists of our time, one of the most influential entrepreneurs of our age. Outside of cars, like a lot of Henry Ford, like technology, a lot of things that he's pioneered are still like happening today. Like the assembly line is what he pioneered, which paved the way for Amazon efficiency, which paved the way for USPS efficiency. Outside of cars, he's done other stuff like that. Like the reason why we get weekends off and 8-hour work days is because he believed that we needed time to spend the money that we were earning in order to buy and enjoy his cars. It's Henry Ford for you. You know, Henry Ford tried to vertically integrate. He tried to horizontal integrate. And in fact, there's a empty town in the middle of the Amazon right now from where he tried to build a rubber plantation for his tires to build out his tires. So to build out tire manufacturing and to control every aspect of the production of his vehicles. He attempted it, he tried it, and he seen a problem, he went after it. So for someone like Henry Ford to tell you that there's no such thing as big problems, there's only small problems. It's pretty important, something to think about. Why is this important? Because today we are going to be discussing how you should be thinking bigger. And in order to think big, you must start thinking small. Welcome to another episode of Bite Sized with Termaine. What does that mean? I'll use this as an example. Let's say you have a $500,000 truck, right? The big Hitachi vehicles that's like humongous and they carry like 40 tons of rock. They're ridiculously expensive. Let's say one breaks down. That's a big problem, right? That's a big problem. You have $500,000 worth of machinery that isn't making money and actually depreciating. That's a big problem. Or is it a small problem? See, when you look down at the cause of that big problem, it might end up being a blown fuse, right? Or a loose wire or something of such. So the problem is only big because you don't know the cause. Once you understand the cause of a problem, it becomes small, right? And the problem with thinking about big problems, right, is that you tend to get tunnel vision. You're like, oh, this is the problem with the truck. That's it. You have a problem with your mining truck. But in reality, the problem is a small wire, right? How many other people have problems with that small wire? So let's, for example, think about the problem, this small wire. How do you solve this problem? You repair it and you prevent it in the future. See, now entrepreneurs have this problem, right? Entrepreneurs often will see that small wire and they'll say, I know how to fix truck wires, right? I know how to fix truck wires. And the technology that they've developed maybe can fix truck wires or something in the automotive industry. That's appropriate. I understand that. But how many other industries have the same problem with wires becoming loose? Right? So by honing in on the small problems, right? You may be able to actually scale up your business. If you're able to chunk up in your thinking and think about like what the actual root cause of the problem. You might be realizing that like whatever technology you develop, whatever piece of equipment that you develop to fix these truck wires can maybe apply to airplane wires, can maybe apply to television wires, can maybe apply to electrical grid wires. So this small problem solved a really, really, really big problem across industries. This is important. You know why? Because innovation happens this way. This is the way that innovation happens. You take a solution from one industry and you apply it to a problem in another one, and voila, you've innovated. That's innovation. That's innovation in the modern age. And entrepreneurs need to learn to think about the opportunities that exist once they find the solution to a problem. See, sometimes you may be on the wrong path. And this is the reason why it's important to pivot. If you pivot, if you realize that like, you know what, you've invested $3 million in a solution to easily splicing high voltage wires together, and you're focused on trucks, and you're realizing, okay, you've captured 30% of the market and you're still not profitable. What do? You look to solve the same problems in other industries. This is how a little problem can actually solve really, really big problems. Think about it, right? Do you think Facebook would be as big as it is if it didn't acquire the dozens of companies that it's acquired? Right? This is how things grow. You don't capture market share by just selling to the globe. You solve a little problem at a time. Amazon started as a bookstore, selling books. And then it slowly did other things. I think Amazon actually owns the diapers.com now, right? And they absorbed. They seen that problem there, and they be like, you know what? My fulfillment center can make this company profitable. Oh, my fulfillment center solves the profitability problems with this company. There's value there. I'm going to buy this company, utilize my fulfillment services or my fulfillment infrastructure, and boom, instant profitability. And companies do this often. They apply one technology that they have pioneered and apply it to another industry, and it helps them grow. This is essential to growth in a business. This is essential to assessing the true market size of your business. Understand what you do well and find a market for it, even if it's not the initial market that you thought. Once you do market testing, you will find it. Hey, this was an episode of Bite Sized with Termaine. And please, 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 please remember this. If it's physically possible, you can achieve it. Until next time, you guys stay safe out there.